A person commits false imprisonment when they engage in the act of restraint on another person, which confines that person in a restricted area.
I'm like, nah, I don't want to be here no more. Like that shit is dead. It's done. I don't want to be here no more. Even though I truly, in my heart, I wanted to stay with the group and the family.
The alleged victim says something very important here. She says that truly in her heart, she wanted to stay with the group and the family. How can you false imprison someone at a place that they truly want to be? And even though she's saying she wants to leave, everyone can feel that she truly doesn't. She even said it herself. Let's continue.
So they snatched the charger out my hand. I'm like, did Baba G tell you to do this? So I was going to go upstairs to go to Baba G. Queen Malia comes out and tells me to go back downstairs.
I want to bring clarity to this because this is something that people are getting confused about. Because on the news and even in the bond hearing, this last June 2nd bond hearing, the prosecutor stated that she was in her Uber and he called her back inside. But at this point where she says that she tries to go upstairs and Queen tells her to go back downstairs, she goes back downstairs and goes into her Uber. Mr. Bishop is not aware that she's leaving. So we simply tell him that she's leaving and she wanted to say bye, and he says, okay, she can come and say goodbye. So Mr. Bishop did not call her back inside. He simply was returning her call.
The alleged victim told police she tried to leave this house on Arbor Chase March 24th when Bishop told her he wanted to say goodbye.
So I was going to go upstairs to go to Baba G.
Uber's outside, and I try to go upstairs to say bye to the king.
Let's continue.
And I'm just like, Baba G would have never treated me like this. Y'all bitches just jealous. Baba G would have never treated me like this.
The following statements are defenses against false imprisonment. One of the arguments against false imprisonment is lack of intent. It reads, false imprisonment requires the suspect to have the requisite intent to confine the victim. If Mr. Bishop had the intent to falsely imprison the alleged victim, she would have not been able to call an Uber. Not only call the Uber, but have bags in the Uber and also actually inside of the Uber. And the alleged victim made a decision to go back inside upstairs to say goodbye to Mr. Bishop. Why?
Truly in my heart, I wanted to stay with the group and the family.
The alleged victim also professes Mr. Bishop's innocence and lack of intent by saying that he would never treat her like this. Let's continue.
And I'm rolling my shit out the door at this point with my shoes off. And I'm getting to the car. So I go back inside. I go back inside to tell him bye. And I hug him and he says, I love you. And I said, I love you too. And that's when he started taking me into the other room. So he takes me into the other room and I start crying in his arms. Because I don't know, I just was emotional. I'm telling him, like, you're gonna have to let me go. I'm telling him, you're gonna have to let me go.
Yeah, I told him, like, no, I want to go. But he was just like, do you really want to go? And I start crying. So I don't really know how to explain that.
The alleged victim herself proves Mr. Bishop's lack of intent because she admits that Mr. Bishop actually asked her if she truly wanted to leave, and she responded by crying in his arms.
Yeah, I told him, like, no, I want to go. But he was just like, do you really want to go? And I start crying. So I don't really know how to explain that.
Let's continue.
He's like, you think I can't let you go? And at this point, I'm looking at him in the eyes, and me being dumb, I got manipulated back in, literally, like, and he knew exactly what to say to me to help have me stay there. The Uber done left, and my friend is calling me like back to back to back, asking me if I'm okay. And I'm just like being a stupid ass, like letting him manipulate me back into the situation and allowing him to have sex with me.
The entire time, the alleged victim has her cell phone with her, and she is also in constant communication with her friend who is willing to get her an Uber. Her friend insinuates that she wasn't allowed to leave, and the alleged victim just goes along with it. Another defense against false imprisonment is that there was a reasonable way out. It says, if the victim knows of a reasonable means of escape, then there was no confinement. Let's continue.
So at this point, I'm just like, oh my God, I'm stupid as fuck because I'm a sucker for fucking love.
And that's when after he, does his duty, and I'm telling him I still want to go. He's like, shut up, like, get over it. You're mine. Like, you're my property. Hurry up, get dressed, get over it. Come downstairs. You're just dragging it out now. I'm like, okay, I want to take a shower. And he says, okay, and he leaves.
After Mr. Bishop told her to get over it and come back downstairs, she says okay and agrees to stay and says she's taking a shower. She agrees to stay. Second, he leaves the room, which gives her another means of escape and a reasonable way out. Let's continue.
And at this point, I start texting my friend, like, look, I'm going to have to sneak out because he's not letting me go.
And I'm like, okay, I'm going to take a shower. And he's like, okay. So he leaves the room. And while I'm in the shower, I'm texting my friend. I'm like, at this point, I'm going to have to sneak out because I was weak in that moment. I was weak. And he knows exactly what to say to, just get me back in. I missed my Uber. I missed my shot of going.
This statement right here is very important because the alleged victim told the police that she had to sneak out because Mr. Bishop was not allowing her to leave.
Look, I'm going to have to sneak out because he's not letting me go.
The alleged victim says this statement after she was coerced by the T. But let's play back what she says initially.
I'm like, at this point, I'm going to have to sneak out because I was weak in that moment. I was weak, and he knows exactly what to say to, just get me back in. I missed my Uber. I missed my shot of going.